Hello, my name is Rosie Senanaike, and today I'll be presenting on one of the most significant cybersecurity breaches in recent history, the 2020 SolarWinds Cyberattack. We'll explore what happened, who was affected, and what should have been done differently, focusing on communication, role clarity, contingency planning, and lessons learned. In late 2020, news broke of a devastating cyber attack that impacted government agencies and Fortune 500 companies alike. The attackers had inserted malicious code into a trusted IT management product, SolarWinds Orient platform. This wasn't just a breach, it was a global wake up call about software supply chain vulnerabilities. The attackers injected malware known as Sunburst into Orion software updates. These updates were digitally signed, making them appear legitimate. Around 18,000 customers received this compromised update, giving attackers months of undetected access to internal systems. The list of victims was staggering. US departments like the Treasury and Homeland Security, the Department of Energy, and major corporations, including Microsoft, Cisco, and Intel. Over 100 public and private institutions were confirmed to have been impacted. One major failure was communication. SolarWinds delayed disclosing the breach, leaving many customers unaware they had even been compromised. There were no pre-approved templates or clear plans for how to manage crisis communication internally or externally. Another issue was a lack of clarity in roles internally. SolarWinds lacked a centralized incident response leader. There was there were delays in escalation and third-party vendors were not effectively looped in. This role confusion significantly slowed down the response effort. SolarWinds didn't have strong contingency planning for a software supply chain attack. There were no procedures for validating software integrity or running simulation for these types of breaches. As a result, they were completely unprepared when the attack was discovered. Let's walk through the timeline of the SolarWinds breach. September 2019, threat actors gained unauthorized access to SolarWinds internal systems. This was the beginning of what would become a long convert campaign. October 2019, the attackers tested the initial malicious code injection in the Orient platform. February 2020, the Sunburst backdoor was officially injected into the Orient software. March 26, 2020, SolarWinds, unaware of the compromise, began distributing compromise updates to customers worldwide. April to November 2020, during this time, attackers silently exfiltrated sensitive data from federal agencies and major corporations. December 8, 2020, FireEye, one of the affected organizations, detected suspicious activity and initiated an investigation. This was the turning point in uncovering the entire operation. December 13, 2020, the breach was publicly disclosed, promoting emergency response across the public and private sectors. After the breach, SolarWinds took steps to mitigate damage. They released security updates, worked with federal agencies, and rebuilt parts of their infrastructure. However, these actions were largely reactive rather than proactive. Moving forward, organizations must have crisis communication plan that includes real-time updates, dedicated messaging teams, and clear, factual language. This avoids panic and ensures stakeholders are kept informed. Companies need a defined incident response structure. who leads, who informs, and who takes action. Having an updated RICI matrix and regularly training response teams can prevent confusion in the heat of crisis. Security needs to be embedded in development and update pipelines. This includes malware scanning, code signing verification, and strict access controls. Zero trust architecture and endpoint detection systems should be standard. After any incident, organizations should conduct a post-mortem review. This helps identify gaps, update procedures, and strengthen internal systems. Cyber resilience is not just about prevention, it's about learning and evolving. The SolarWinds attack exposed deep vulnerabilities across industries. It taught us that cybersecurity is not just a technical challenge, it requires leadership, strategic planning, and collaboration. A zero trust mindset and proactive planning are no longer optional, they are essential. Okay, thank you so much.